Earlier tonight, Fox News Sunday host Chris Wallace got a chance to speak with Senator John McCain.
We are joined now by the presumptive Republican nominee, John McCain. Senator, good evening.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I was struck in your opening remarks in your speech by your very generous comments about Senator Clinton. Do you think there's a real chance that you can get her Democratic supporters to jump party lines and vote for you instead of a Barack Obama?
Well, I hope I could attract Democrat voters, including Senator Clinton's supporters, because I think that I have a vision and a plan of action to address the issues that confront and challenges that confront America, both at home and abroad, that I think I could attract them, yes. And I think in order to win an election, you're going to have to attract independents and find old and new Reagan Democrats.
But obviously there have been some ill feelings between the Obama camp and the Clinton camp. Are you hoping to exploit those divisions?
I don't know, Chris. I don't know the state of relations between the two camps. Obviously, I don't have any involvement in that. But I do believe that when it comes to many of the challenges we face, that I think I can offer a plan of action that will attract Democrats, independents. And I'm traveling all over this country to tell people that I want to represent all Americans. It's time we ended the gridlock, time we ended the partisanship. And Senator Obama talks about bipartisanship, but he has no record of it, really. And sometimes to the dismay of Republicans as well as Democrats, I have a record of reaching across the aisle and working in a bipartisan fashion. I believe I can do that as president.
Let me ask you, almost as soon as you finished, Major Garrett spoke to the chief strategist for the Obama campaign, David Axelrod. Major mentioned your speech, and he said, well, look, forget this talk about Bush-McCain 3. The fact of the matter is that McCain will continue the president's policies on taxes, on Iraq. I mean, as a matter of fact, you do support the president's policies in both those areas, don't you?
Well, I believe that we shouldn't subject the American people to a huge tax increase, which would be the case in not making the tax cuts permanent. But as far as Iraq is concerned, obviously, Senator Obama doesn't understand it, but maybe his spokesperson doesn't either. I fought strongly against the failed policy that unfortunately and tragically was employed for nearly 4 years, and I advocated the strategy that would succeed. It's succeeding. Senator Obama wanted to have a withdrawal, which would have then, I believe, led to increased chaos or increased Iranian influence and genocide, which would have caused us to have to return. So there are very clear differences there, but more importantly, the strategy that I fought for, that we're now employing, is succeeding in Iraq, and the benefits are enormous, not just in Iraq, but in the region as well. I think the American people will make a clear judgment on that. And Senator Obama to vote to cut off funding to those troops in the field is bad. I'm sorry for filibustering you, my friend.
Well, you're a senator. Let me ask you one last question. David Axelrod said you talk in the speech today about changing the way Washington does business, but your campaign is run by two of the biggest lobbyists in Washington. How do you respond to that?
Look, they are not lobbyists, but the fact is Americans care about my vision and plan of action for the future, that I can unite the country, that I can take on the challenges that are facing them now, which are enormous, and that's what elections are going to be about. And I'll look forward to a great debate across this country between myself and Senator Obama. He has a very, very liberal, down-the-line Democrat voting record. I have a record of working with all Americans to bring this nation back to its future greatness, and I believe we will.
Senator McCain, I know you're a big fight fan. I guess it's time to say let's get ready to rumble. Thank you so much, sir.
I look forward to it. It'll be respectful, and I congratulate Senator Obama, and I appreciate Senator Clinton's vigorous campaign.
Senator McCain, thanks so much.
And coming up, Barack Obama clinched the nomination. So what is next for Hillary Clinton? In a speech earlier this evening, she said she will work to unite the party. Will that include possibly accepting the VP nod if it is offered to her, or